with a neighbor who inquired about Liam's circumstances. According to what I've heard, John has finally landed a job at the gas station. It lasted for 6 days. He then blamed the manager, as he always does. Extended relatives withdrew. They had seen too much. I heard too much. The evidence did not support the myth of our happy little family, and I didn't care. For the first time in my life, I wasn't attempting to repair it. I did not go to Thanksgiving. I spent it with a friend's family, who joked at the dinner table rather than walking on eggshells. I brought pies. They called me family, and they meant it. At Christmas, I received a card from my godmother. Inside was a brief note. You deserved better. And you finally claimed it. I am proud of you. I sobbed while reading it. Not because I was sad, because for the first time, I felt understood. You know what happens after you start fire? In your previous life? Nothing. There are no big explosions. No last-minute reconciliations. Just silence. And it is the most beautiful thing I have ever heard. For the first time in 3 decades, my phone did not ring with guilt-inducing texts or last-minute money pleas. There were no urgent calls about John losing his license, Dad needing help with his taxes, or Mom crying because we no longer feel like a family. They expected me to crawl back. They always have. They assumed I'd feel guilty. They expected me to feel alone. But this is what happened. I felt free. I could breathe. I could stand in my own space, which I had paid for, furnished and cleaned, without fear of someone stealing my food, taking my keys, or threatening my future. I'd been carrying my family on my shoulders for so long that I forgot how it felt to walk erect. To live for oneself. To be unnecessary. They used to refer to me as the family's backbone. No, I was the fuse. And now that I'm gone, the fire they kindled around me can only spread back to them. 2 months after the incident, I ran into John. Of course, it was in a petrol station. He was behind the counter with a crooked name tag. Eyes are sunken. He still had that phony swagger, but it looked worn out, like a poor imitation of a better version of himself. Liam, he answered, smirked. Didn't expect to see you in town? I just nodded. He leaned in. You know you really screwed things up for them, right? I blinked. You mean when I stopped paying your debt? He shrugged. They're still dealing with the fallout. You really made a mess. I looked him dead in the eyes. You're mistaking me cleaning up my life for ruining yours. Then I paid for my gas and left him gaping at the door as if he couldn't believe the ATM had walked away. He still doesn't understand it. Neither of them do. Because people like John do not learn from the repercussions. Not till the funds run out. The spotlight fades. And I'm not going to remain around to see how that lesson plays out. Here's what no one tells you about leaving a distfunctional family. The distance is not what hurts. It is